Welcome to the Daily Grind, fitness, gaming, and the everyday grind, a podcast dedicated to those who want to succeed. We are your hosts. I am Anthony.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Stefan.
This is episode 3, Barbells and Calluses. And on the grindstone today, we're going to be talking about sports, fitness, the gym, what we do, what we eat, our role models, just everything about the gym, everything about sports, anything fitness related. That is what today's episode is going to be about. Who's excited?
I am.
I think you are.
I haven't been to the gym in a week.
Same.
You're also injured.
I am also injured.
I haven't been to the gym in like 3 months.
I haven't been in the gym this week because he hasn't gone. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
this is a good...
That's the word. This is a good time to take a week
I'm going
off.
to take a rest as well.
Might as well, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been to the gym for a week now. I hurt my shoulder like 2 months going into the gym, and I never took a look. Got it looked at.
Hold on,
2
how many
weeks.
months have you in now? We're like 11?
Like 11 months now, and this was at the second month mark that I hurt myself, and I didn't get it checked. Don't do that. But yeah,
Hey, you do whatever you want. Don't listen to this guy. Don't let him run your life.
hurt yourself if you want to. But no, yeah, I just got it checked, and apparently I have like an inflamed bursa, which is like
Jeez.
pushing a joint.
Come on.
And it just hurt. Like I have full range of motion with this arm, right? This is the injured one. If you didn't know why I'm doing this, but yeah, I have full range of motion, so it's like, and you know, it's not. It doesn't feel. Yeah, it's weird though. Like just feeling the bone popping out. I thought it was a partial dislocation, but that's just me.
I have gone to the gym in like 15 years. Okay, Joel? I have. Okay. I swear to God, I went once like 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
we've seen you a couple
Yeah,
times.
you did.
I did.
You did your 5x5
I did.
with your squats and your deadlifts. Oh yeah, it's 5x5. Oh, excuse me, I'm exceptionally tired today.
Me too, actually.
Your 5x5 is that just squat, deadlift, and
Yeah.
bench?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
no overhead or anything like that.
No. As far as I know, because you know, I got like this huge brochure. I don't know if it's on here actually, but basically the guy who recommended it to me, sent me like this huge, I want to say like 80-page manual on it, basically. That
On
just
5x5?
yeah, the guy that wrote it just explained literally everything about it, like why it works, what it does, blah blah blah. And as far as I know, it just like it works out everything
Yeah,
basically.
they're all compound.
Well, yeah, it's all
It's all compound lifts,
your squat,
right?
your
So-
dead, and your bench. That's
So
literally
I like,
a full body right
and
there.
it's just because I don't want to, like where you for example, Anthony, you want to get all like fucking,
I want to be sexy.
yeah, you want to get swole, like you want to just be jacked.
I want to walk in a room, flex, and my shirt incinerate.
Exactly. Like me, I just want to walk around in like a large shirt and have it be tight, not because I'm fat, but because
You've got muscles.
because I'm like
Shit,
you
I'm
know,
like
not
half
'cause
and
I'm-
half.
not because I'm like jacked, but like because I clearly lift,
Oh, excuse me.
but I don't want to be like a
Keep
bodybuilder, you know.
I'm thinking, yeah, my arms are tight now that I have biceps, but yeah, I'm packing still a keg down here. So.
You gotta just do sit-ups, man. Straight up, that'll go away in like a heartbeat.
Cardio and
and sit-ups, yeah.
My God.
Just add core work to your freaking workout.
We do have core workout.
Add more.
Core sucks.
Core
dude.
is the worst.
Just
It
think if we
hurts.
had that one day, we would never do it. At least we
Oh
would
my
still
God.
do it.
Well, like in our old workout, we used to have a dedicated day doing abs and stuff, but we skipped it every single time.
You're the worst. You're the absolute worst.
Yeah, I had the idea. I was
It's
like,
not appealing.
Abs are not
Okay,
appealing.
having a six pack is appealing, but
Getting there is not. I know, but you gotta just do it.
especially when you're like a bigger guy, because you need to get through
Jeez.
all the
it
fat
sucks.
first. To
Like
get...
but that comes with like all the cardio.
You know what the problem is though? Well, I mean, you're dieting, but you're like me. You can't diet. You like food way too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm getting better.
Yeah,
But like,
so
yeah,
like your dieting's
I
gonna be
may have
cutting your
had
calories.
like 3
basically.
burgers today.
Well, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like you're dieting in terms of cutting calories, eating way healthier, and all this stuff, right? Where,
I'm gonna start from the beginning again, and I'm essentially. Oh, we have a guest.
say hi to Otis.
Hi.
We have a
Not you.
guest. Oh, but no, yeah. Essentially, I'm going to be cutting calories again significantly,
Yeah.
and we'll start there. Eating healthy is friggin' hard.
I can't do it.
It's so
I can't do it.
expensive.
I tried. I can't do it, man. It is expensive. It's expensive, and it's expensive because, I mean, healthy food just, I don't know.
Like
They're like screw being healthy.
Like fresh, unprocessed food
is expensive.
How even
Yeah.
Like even fresh processed food is expensive. Like it's terrible.
We need a new revolution.
Grow your own food. That's the revolution.
Yeah, probably.
Doomsday Preppers, watch it on Netflix.
Oh,
Those people are actually ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
Like, good on them for like the people who like grow their own food and everything. Like,
Like,
that's awesome.
Do like the
I
dried
have no
canned
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have no green thumb. I can't can. I'm awful at
No.
that stuff. But like,
You can't can.
I can't can.
Ah.
Hey.
It's a
That was
terrible
awful.
joke. It's the worst joke
God.
ever.
But yeah,
Literally the worst joke ever.
I don't know. Let's start talking about sports. I guess
Sports.
sports.
Oh, what sport?
What's going on right now? The soccer, the football,
FIFA?
Yeah,
The
FIFA
World
is
Cup.
going on.
FIFA football.
Yeah, Switzerland just tied Brazil, which was, I don't know, it was a shocker to me. Their goalie was
Isn't Brazil
on
really
fire.
good? Except against
They're
Germany.
5 or 4 times. Germany got upset by friggin' like Mexico. Mexico's
They
garbage.
play a lot of soccer though.
Yeah, but Mexico's like Germany won the last
If Steve is watching,
World Cup. Yeah,
we're
Mexico.
sorry for Stefan saying that Mexico is garbage.
Mexico does suck.
I saw something that Iceland made it like.
Yeah, they tied Argentina, who's another
For their
powerhouse.
goalie, just like
Yeah, like
No, he was
Iceland
busy
made
with
it, and they
strongman.
tied Argentina. I
Yeah,
don't-
apparently, I saw that. What's her face? Annie Thor's daughter posted something about it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, she's a CrossFitter. Look her up.
Yeah, but
She's-
Costa Rica's not really a. I mean, they're okay, but they've never been in. It's the Swiss Brazil thing, like as shocking as I think it is, Joel, or is that just me?
might be just you.
Yeah, it might just be.
I don't watch enough soccer.
I don't either. That's why I don't watch anymore. Like, all I know is Italy missed for the first time in 60 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, good for that.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Congratulations. Give her a round of applause.
No, that's the last thing you want to do.
Whatever. I don't watch soccer. I'm not a football. How are you?
Apparently, Swiss is number 6 in the world, so not really, I guess.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think it's the Swiss team. I think it's
Anything else happening
think
in
it's a
fucking
keeper.
sports?
MLB regular season.
It's
So
not very
8,000 games.
Like literally 163 billion games, and then
Like I like
playoffs.
going to baseball games.
No.
I can't watch it at home.
You know, I went to my very first baseball game so long ago now, and that was my only baseball game.
I
I just wanted to fight other people.
I can play baseball. I can't stand watching it in any way, shape, or form.
Like for me, going to the place and watching it, and just having like
I think that's
a
what
relaxing
sport.
day.
Yeah, but like just the relaxing day, the crowd interaction. Like
Yeah.
even when you're at baseball, it's pretty damn relaxing.
Well, it's the same
Like,
thing with Overwatch, right? Well, not to say esports is like an actual sport or anything, but like it's the same thing. It's better. I don't like playing Overwatch, but when we went to BlizzCon, we spent the entire BlizzCon
Literally the whole.
at the World Cup. So it's
Wait, hold on. There was an actual convention going on. It wasn't just the Overwatch
Apparently.
World Cup.
I think you guys should just
Apparently.
buy the esports ticket and just sit in there.
But no, it's the same thing. Like I can't watch hockey on TV. I can't watch soccer on TV. I
Okay.
can't watch baseball. I can watch them live though because it's more entertaining to me.
Like
But
the atmosphere.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone else.
Oh yeah,
the
for sure.
energy
You
and
get
everything.
into it. I am 100 times more pumped when I'm at an arena than when
Yeah.
at home. Now, I think I get more pumped at the arena because I know I have to contain myself if I get angry. And when I'm at home, I can just fucking jump around my room and not care.
Yeah, we should make it a goal.
We watch
to go
hockey
to
all the
every
time,
single,
Joel.
Go to every single stadium and arena in the States and stuff.
Are you?
That's
So
Friggin'
every
high.
like baseball stadium,
Are you
every
high?
hockey arena.
that's a lot.
Sure, dude. When are you gonna start raking in the millions?
Tomorrow, I
Yeah.
won Lotto Max.
Yeah, didn't you know I won the 50 mil?
Wasn't it?
No, I
60?
didn't.
I don't know.
Why are we not taking a trip right now to like literally anywhere?
Because we have a podcast to do.
We podcast from
Our private jet
Costa Rica or wherever we go.
on FIFA field.
Exactly.
Oh my god,
but that's in Russia.
Sit right in the
Is
middle.
it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Is
want
it
to go
actually
to
happening
Russia.
in
I don't know, go to Russia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not go to Russia.
Yeah. We had like 4 people come in today, like, oh, because we were watching the Mexico game. No, we weren't. Just kidding. The Mexico game was on, and the Brazil game, and we had like 4 people come in, like, oh, is that in USA, Canada, or Mexico? And we were sitting there like, it's in Russia.
USA.
20
Canada
Because 2026
is USA.
is
North America. Yeah.
Oh, North America.
All
okay.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Montreal, Toronto.
Who cares?
I mean,
And then a
I'm
bunch
not
of places
paying
in
like
this.
$1,000 to go sit.
I don't have
to
the
go
money,
friggin'
so I
to sit
can't care
outside of the
enough.
friggin' thing.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Don't soccer fans have a horrible reputation too?
Kind
And
of.
like flares.
Mid game,
and-
just fucking burn down the stadium or just like start a brawl.
I've seen enough crazy YouTube videos.
Or what's his face? The French player, Zidane,
Zidane. Oh my god, whatever his name is. I don't
just
remember his
headbutting everyone.
name. Yo, that was the year that Italy beat them in the World Cup. I remember that because he got carded. And then Italy scored with like 10 minutes left or something like that, and then they won in a shootout or penalty kicks. So
How do you have a
sorry.
shootout? And...
Sorry.
That's actually something.
So funny.
That's actually something.
It's so funny.
Oh my god. When is I don't even remember. I think it's in September for the Rugby World Cup. I'm actually gonna look it up. I think it
I
is
don't know. I don't pay
September.
There was a
Rugby.
game here yesterday, I think.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and then we totally forgot.
Yeah,
It was like
what-
Russia versus Canada.
What was that for? Was that sevens? Do you remember?
I think so.
World Cup of Rugby. It's September 8th. I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know
It's in
what
Japan.
I don't know
That's
what
all
this
know.
game was for. But yeah, it was just randomly like Russia versus Canada, like down the street from us.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
it-
know what that would have been.
Was the World Cup of rugby or
Germany
set up?
Where are you, sir?
Just search Canada versus Russia rugby.
Or I could just go. No, I don't want to find that out. I want to find out when the World Cup starts.
Oh.
When does?
The Rugby World Cup?
Yeah,
Certain like.
I think it's September.
I don't know. I don't care.
We should go. I'm down.
It's in Japan.
I'm down. I want to go to Japan.
November. The 2019 Rugby World Cup will be the 9th Rugby World Cup.
Dude, it's perfect. You
To
go to the
be
World
held
Cup.
in Japan
Yeah.
from September 20th
When does
to
BlizzCon
November
start?
2nd.
That's
So you go to the Rugby World Cup. You leave right before the finals. Hit up California. We hit up BlizzCon.
That is
have
lot
like a
of traveling.
26-hour flight right before BlizzCon. Holy hell! I said it. I know.
He holy held.
Who holy hell?
I
Mike.
did.
We're holy hellers.
You're a holy heller.
I am.
Actually, I say holy hell all the time now, thanks to you in that first episode.
You're welcome. Brad and I say it all the time at work. Someone will walk
Yeah.
in through the doors and we're just like, oh.
Yo, is
they
Matt
know.
watching us? That bastard better be watching
No,
us.
Matt's not watching. He's still at work for another couple of hours
And
Idiot.
he's not watching us. Why? Just kidding.
because
Put it on the. Oh,
I told Ryan to put it on all the screens with
Yeah,
the menus.
the
in it.
menus.
should. He should. What's his problem? He'd get fired
Yeah,
by
probably.
the owner. Who's the owner? Tony?
There's 3 of them. There's 3 partners.
There's 3 partners now?
3 Greeks.
3 Greeks?
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, they'll,
I didn't say I wanted to mess with them.
they'll shoot you up.
Oh,
Oh my god. Savage,
in a
dude.
good way or not? Just kidding.
in a terrible, awful way.
That's good. I enjoy that.
Oh. Anything else happening? Like you said.
Honestly, no. The Stanley Cup just
Sports,
just
Yeah, I guess
finished.
all the sports stuff is kind of
All the-
dying out.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
ba-
either they're
baseball
just
goes,
ending or they're
baseball
just
goes
starting.
like 653
Days
games a
in
friggin'
year.
season, so
653 days in a year.
yeah.
It's like
Sounds great.
160 or 180 or something.
So it's regular season for MLB right now.
Hockey's done. The Stanley
hockey's
Cup just
done.
ended like
Oh, the Red
When's
Blacks.
football
Yeah,
starting
yeah,
up?
yeah.
Or CFL, NFL?
nothing until like
really, eh?
nothing until like winter or fall.
Wasn't there a couple of CFL games going on recently?
Like
Oh, maybe
pre
yeah,
and
like-
stuff like
So-
preseason.
Preseason. So kind of like
maybe NFL is
regulars
starting
for
soon.
like baseball, kind of equivalent kind of deal.
I guess
Yeah, it's like games that
162 for MLB.
you play all your like third line people.
Oh,
like, your
just
non-starters.
exercise them.
Just to-
Basic, well, just
Get
to
them out on the
see,
field.
just so people can see what they can do and
yeah,
stuff,
like
right?
you don't play your starters in the pre.
Yeah.
Well, you play. It's usually like
Yeah,
one quarter of your starters, and then everything else is your backups because nobody cares about them.
yeah.
No
Pretty
offense,
much.
No offense, any backups. Or full offense, I don't care.
I wish I had a backup for when I played rugby.
Oh my god,
Oh
yeah.
my God. I remember I didn't have a backup for one of our games when we were at a tournament, and I had to stay on the field the entire time, and I wasn't
That's
as
garbage.
in shape as I was now.
That's garbage.
I was dying.
I'd die.
It was awful, and
I'm
that
glad
was
you made
when
it through.
my own teammate injured me.
You're on team.
Yeah,
From
so-
Malacca.
So essentially, I'm a forward, so I'm in the
The
scrum.
front. Yeah, you're the scrum.
Okay, my lock
I love scrums.
didn't want to let me kind of like sit on his shoulder.
Well, locks are usually scrawny, and usually they rely on their demons to help them out.
Oh my God.
I actually
so funny.
I actually hate you.
It took us a second, but we got it. You're done. That's good.
I actually hate you.
Come on, that was good.
But
You
no.
set me up for that.
Yes, but no, my lock didn't want me, getting back to my goddamn story, my lock didn't want me to sit
Get
on
up
his
on his
shoulder
shoulders.
because my lock, my regular lock had to take a break. And so his backup came in, and then, so when we were pushing, he was pushing on my tailbone, and that kind of just like pushed a disc on top of another disc,
Yeah.
vertebrae on vertebrae kind of shit.
Come on, man.
So
We're
then
live streaming here.
when the adrenaline wore off, I was paralyzed. It was awful. I couldn't move. It was awful.
And then you had to get back
It
up and
just
go out
hurt.
there.
No, I was like, you gotta put someone on. Like, I can't do this. And that was like one of my first major injuries in rugby. And then like
Rip, dude.
another one was at the end of the rugby
Hey, Joel,
season
thanks for the
us.
cheer, my dude.
End of this rugby season. And yeah, it was my knee. I kind of like twisted it, and then when I landed on it, the person that I tackled landed on my knee. He wasn't a small person. It hurt, so I had to sit out for that as well. I don't think I had anything else.
Yeah, speaking of injuries, oh god, I've had 3 major concussions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had
That's
I've had
actually
4
so awful.
starting when I like tried to start football.
Oh.
It was literally in tryouts, and I ended up one of my pads came loose, I think, and I ended up getting hit in the waist really bad, and I like started hurting there, so I tried to protect it, and when I ended up trying to protect it, I ended up moving in a way that my head just smacked off of something, and yeah, that was good. So that was the end of my football career,
That's
and
super
basically
shitty.
any contact
That's-
sport.
I've only ever been hurt in practice. I've never actually gotten hurt in a game, and I don't know how that's
Why are
possible.
your own teammates trying to hurt you?
Yeah.
So okay, one, I ran into my quarterback, and he was concussed, and
What?
this was like
Why'd you run into your own quarterback?
we were really young and didn't know how to stop because we didn't know how to use our feet, and we basically
okay.
went head to head.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and
How
then,
young?
I don't know, like 10.
I'm pretty sure 10-year-olds know how to use their feet.
Not when you're running full speed trying to hit people. um,
Thanks for the 5 bits, Shannon.
yeah, and then this the biggest one, we were doing like an angle tackling drill, and I got in front of the guy, and I'm short, and the other guy was decently tall.
They knee you in the head.
Oh no, his shoulder went right into the side of my head,
That's upsetting.
and apparently my body did like a wave, according to my teammates. I like my body was like,
When you say you did a wave,
Like slow
Like-
motion,
like slow mo, like
yeah, pretty much. The only thing I remember is starting that drill, and then waking up, looking up, and seeing like my coach and my trainer like over top of me, like
Rip, dude.
holy fuck.
That's upsetting.
Yeah,
You know what though?
that
At
was
least
bad.
you had practice. I remember during my practices, during like tackling, this for rugby, during tackling drills, no one would want to go up against me. Like how
bunch
the
of
hell?
babies, dude.
How the hell am I supposed to practice if no one?
Bunch
wanted-
of babies.
But then again, I was a dick because whenever people, first getting someone down my size tackling, right?
Yeah.
You want to use momentum, so you want to pull the person forward.
Right.
But obviously, I'm not an idiot. I know how to
Basically
take
just,
myself
like,
down.
catch them.
Yeah.
It's not even
Yeah.
that. If I knew I was going down, my knee goes out. You know what that does? I land on people's nuts.
Oh my god.
So if you're gonna take me down,
You're gonna get needed. You're gonna get my body weight to your
you're
nuts.
gonna regret taking me down.
That's good.
That,
That's good.
as bad as it is, I was fairly dirty in rugby games.
You're the worst.
There's that, and during scrums, you always want to try and get your head on the outside.
Right.
So you don't want to have two heads and then your head sandwiched. You want to be the dude on the outside. So if you're lucky enough and you somehow manage to line up the position to be on the outside, you just use this hard part of your head near your temple, and you start digging it into their temple.
But if you're in the middle, you can just literally do this. Like,
No, they're not.
Oh yeah, just rattle your fucking brain, dude.
Yeah,
then you hurt two of them, so it's two.
No, then you have brain injury.
Then you're literally. You think you hurt both of them, but in reality, your brain is still bouncing off of your walls, and you're just imagining everything.
But oh yeah, you just take that hard part like on your forehead or whatever, and you just dig it into the other person's temple. I remember doing that to so many people, and they'd lose balance.
That's insane.
Especially in like the middle of the game, was any
Oh,
little
it's
thing
awful.
like that, it would throw you off. So much.
There's been some dirty rugby matches. I remember coaching a girls rugby team for my high school.
Yeah.
Girls
Oh, they're savage.
are savage.
Girl rugby players are savage.
Like, I remember one of my girls, she got knocked down. The game stopped. Just see the other team. She just booking it across the field. She got to my girl, didn't stop. She just booted her in the head. I had to sit with her because she was gonna have a concussion.
Holy shit!
Yes, the girl just booked it down halfway through the field. The full field just booted her in the head.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
what?
Like, this is high school.
Why
Like,
is this necessary?
like, calm down.
Dude, that's just terrible.
People are savage. Women are savage.
Oh,
In sports.
in
in
sports,
rugby.
no, just in sports. Women are like the worst in sports.
Not like bad, like...
No, like they're
They're
savage.
vicious. They're vicious.
They want to win.
Just from coaching that girls rugby team in high school, holy shit.
Never again.
Like, it was a terrifying experience. That girl was gonna die.
We had a flag game every year in high school, seniors versus juniors, and we all ended up just tackling each other.
Yeah.
But I mean that's not just females. That's everybody. Touch football in gym today. Okay, and then it turns into literally no holds barred.
So like
tackle.
the first 10 minutes is touch while the teacher's actually paying attention.
And then the teacher turns around for like 2 seconds, and everyone is in a fist
brawl.
fight. Basically.
That'd
Yeah.
be so awful. I remember for our tryouts for rugby. Okay, so if I keep talking about rugby, it's literally because that's the only sport I played in high school. Because that's the only... Because we didn't have enough money. Like, my high school didn't have enough money for a football team because it's expensive. Football's expensive.
Yeah, the
Who's going to
equipment's...
Our Lady of the Lake Catholic
Oh
College.
yeah, you're from
I'm
GTA.
from- yeah,
That's
GTA.
right. That's right.
But yeah, I remember we weren't allowed to do tackling drills if we didn't have our mouthpieces. I didn't get a mouthpiece for a very long time, so all I did throughout
Let's
class...
pretend.
No, I took masking tape, and I literally formed it
Into like
into that. It made it look like it was a mouthpiece,
That's
and I'd
hilarious.
literally put it in my mouth, and I'd form it in my mouth, and I'd wear it. So when they did a mouth guard check, I'd show my masking tape, and then be like, "Okay, you're good." And I didn't
Wow.
What malakas, dude? What malakas?
Yeah, so a lot of like tryouts and tackling drills, I didn't have a mouth guard for.
Oh,
You're lucky you still have teeth
Yeah,
and like, oh crap.
Yeah, man. Well, a lot of people. I was this size when I was in high school.
True.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd be afraid of you in high school. Holy
Yeah, the worst thing was I can't remember what it's called, but you know how there's like, I think it's called what's varsity?
It's like last 2 years usually.
Yeah. Okay. So ours was a mix. So we had like our grade 12s, so I was in, and then we had some grade 11s.
Grade 10s and 9s as well.
Yeah, but then our high school had 7 and 8s
Yes,
as well. So
Oh,
I had
God.
grade 7s on my team.
Oh no!
Holy
no!
Yeah, man, I remember.
So they're just pairing 13-year-olds up against like 18-year-olds. Oh
So
my
I remember
god!
one kid who got the ball and ran the wrong way because he was afraid of everyone on the field.
Holy
Yeah.
God, like
So
you're
we
running
lost.
after
We
him.
lost a lot of our games. Cause I don't want to blame the grade 7s, but
Let's blame the grade
let's
7s.
blame the grade 7s.
Holy.
God, I remember one time I got the ball and I just dropped my shoulder and it ran.
Yeah, but
Because it's one of those things, like if I touch the ball, something's wrong. So like normally I'd pass it to the
Yeah.
to the forwards, wings.
What are we talking about? Rugby?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you have your backs, who are your runners essentially.
yeah, those guys.
You're my back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like usually I'd get the ball and then like I'd run a little bit and then like pass it off.
Yeah.
No,
But there was one time I got the ball, I was like, fuck it. And I just dropped my shoulder.
Yeah,
ran.
Yeah, man.
I think it hurt someone.
Good.
The best.
Wait, isn't that the goal of rugby? Isn't the goal of rugby to just hurt the other team until they can't play anymore?
Yeah, but they don't get hurt. In professional, people don't get hurt.
Yeah, no,
Who was it? I can't remember his
You
name.
just see one guy's arm like over there. He just picks it up.
I literally cannot remember his name, but he's on the All Blacks team. They were. It's irritating me so bad. It was 2 years ago now, or not 2 years ago, but like 2 World Cups ago. Anyways, him and the other dude just head-on collisioned. Just like their heads just hit each other's heads, and they just fell. And you're like, okay, these people got concussion. They just stood back up and ran. It's like, what's happening?
You're sitting here like these, and then you watch the FIFA World Cup, and friggin' buddy's like
the wind
buddy's
touches
like,
them.
Buddy's like, and then he's like, ah.
It's just like a nice
like,
breeze
For like 10 minutes, and then he's like, and then the ref comes over like, okay, you got the call, and he's like, oh, I got the call. All right, we're good to go. Let's go. Give me the ball.
Yeah, but in rugby, there's so many. Sonny Bo Williams, beast of a man on the All Blacks.
Oh yeah, you shown me videos
He's
of him.
a dirty player though. Like he's super tall. Like he's super tall, so it makes sense why his elbows kind of hit people in the head sometimes.
But he doesn't have to throw the elbows.
But you can sometimes see and be like, yeah, he's throwing elbows.
Nuts.
It's like me when I get hit in the head. It's like mostly because I'm short.
Yeah,
But like,
but no, like
Yeah.
Sonny Bo Williams literally kind of forced his elbows onto people.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Shannon. Well, the prime sub, I guess.
Prime
shit, thanks.
You're the best.
Thank you. But
Still 2 hearts. No,
but yeah, for going back to like tryouts and everything, I figured out. I want to coin it as like my run that I did. But whenever I got the ball for rugby, how I would hold it, I'd put the ball to my chest, like kind of center mass of your chest. You put one hand over it, the other hand of your other hand. You kind of flay your elbows out. Okay?
Oh my god.
Not only that. So you have your elbows out, and this ball is just tucked into your chest, right? You try ripping it out, you can't. It's hard. Like, you have to take me down to get this ball out of my hand. But yeah, you have your elbows out. This ball is just pushed so hard against your chest, and guess how you run? You high step.
Oh no.
So you're literally running down the field, kind of leaning forward so your elbows are out, and your knees are going to the ball. Okay? So someone's running at you from the front, they're eating elbows
And
and
knees.
knees.
Oh
And
my.
if they get under you, step on them.
Yeah, man.
Like,
And if they take me down, goodbye nuts.
Yeah.
But I remember my buddy Andrew, Georgian. I think he went to Georgian after. He went to Georgian or whatever. The one in Barrie. What college is in Barrie?
Yes.
Georgian? Maybe.
I don't
Something.
that's
But he went to try out for the rugby team, and I remember getting a text one day, and he's like, "So I did your run that you used to do in high school." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, how'd that turn out?" He's like, "Yeah, the coach said that's the most perfect way to run." I'm like, "Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, son."
oh god. Yeah, Georgian.
Yeah.
You're Georgian.
Oh my god, but yeah, it's such a vicious way to run. I remember this one kid got so mad because he couldn't bring me down. He was just like, "What is this?" Or that one kid, he was shorter than you.
Oh my,
my
god.
God.
And he was running full tilt towards
You must have
me.
just gotten a knee straight to the fucking
He did,
jaw.
and I stepped on. That was my favorite team to face.
I couldn't play rugby, dude.
that
I'm too
kid-
Canadian. I'd like knee someone in the face and be like, "Oh my god, I am so
There's, like,
sorry."
bloody nose
Oh,
and stuff. It's just,
He's like literally dead. I'm just like, "Here, take this ball." Oh my god, are you good?
It's literally the greatest thing. I love rugby. Like, I may be a little bit biased because it's the only sport that I've played, but like, it's so fun. I love rugby. I just love how it goes and everything.
Oh, hey. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, Joel.
Ooh.
oh shit.
Oh,
Shit.
Twitch Prime is expensive, isn't it?
It's like 80
It's like
bucks a year or something.
Yeah, it's like
What do you
$8 a month.
get from it?
Free shipping.
It's just
and
like-
some Prime deals.
I
The
guess,
big
yeah,
thing's
like,
free, like 2 day shipping.
There's like free games or like free aesthetic shit as well that you can get in video games or
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Yeah.
Twitch. Well,
Because you get
They
Twitch.
own
Well, like
Twitch,
Twitch,
yeah.
yeah, Twitch
Like,
Prime
you
and
get
Amazon
Twitch
Prime,
Prime,
all that.
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think there's like a loophole for it or whatever, where you could just consistently get a new email, put your
Do
credit
a free
card in,
month.
cancel, just keep doing that, and you just have like a new Twitch Prime or a new Amazon Prime or whatever.
Maybe. I imagine at one point they'll just screw you
Block
over
that card.
because of the card.
I
Yeah.
think so. That might.
Or they'll block the name attached to it so that you. won't
That's
be-
true. Yeah.
If any of you are students,
What's up?
still have your student email address, it's $50 a year.
For what?
Oh,
Twitch Prime.
wait.
Oh wow.
If you still have your,
I still.
you're
yeah.
still a student.
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
have
you're
mine.
still a
I don't
student.
use my email. Though,
I
so-
actually still use my email. Like the original workout that we had for
Yeah.
the gym, that's where I kept it. I kept it in my student email. Even like however long it's been after, my student email still works, right? So
That's amazing.
why not use it? I use it from time to time just to send it
See,
stuff.
I'd like Amazon Prime for the odd time that I use Amazon, but I use Amazon like maybe twice a year max.
Once in a blue moon.
So it's
kinda
like
thing.
yo, does anyone have Prime? And I can almost always find someone with Prime out of my.
I would
friends,
like
so.
to use Amazon more, but I don't know. I don't really have a need for it. I don't buy a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
Like
Yeah.
I bought the Stream Deck on there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we buy a whole lot online.
No.
If not,
No.
we'll just walk to the Costco.
Yeah.
Drive to the Costco.
Yeah, but we could literally walk. It's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
But no.
But then when you bring back all your stuff, not in a bag.
That'd be a good workout.
True.
But yeah, I have no use for Amazon.
What do you guys even do for workouts nowadays? Speaking of workouts, sorry. I know it kind of just went like
It's,
out.
no,
I just went right into left
we
field,
went on
but
a weird tangent there. Into Amazon and Costco.
no, but like I thought you guys just recently switched your workout, like
Oh, we did.
or your exercises.
We
or
did
whatever.
swap our workout. But yeah, but before we get into any of that little logistics and everything, I guess it'd be a good idea to let you guys know where we come from for like fitness and everything.
Yeah, where do you come from?
Cotton Eye Joe. Where did it go?
That's what I was thinking.
You ever seen that meme? The
What
meme where it like literally tells a story about like this guy's roommate named Joe, and you know they were best friends or whatever, and then
Yeah.
buddy started like I started dating this one girl, and we were together, and then I left one day, and then or Joe came over and he fell and he ended up smashing his head on the table, and he ended up needing to get like a patch on his eye or something, and then he ended up like stealing my girlfriend or whatever, and then it was like
Hold on,
Well-
just wait. Just relax.
Yes. And then it was basically like the moral of the story is if it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago.
Oh my God.
It just does the whole thing. It's one of the best memes.
You want to just get up and let
No.
Mr. Fantastic out there?
What does he think he is?
I don't know.
Yo,
Otis.
He's a mountain climber.
how'd you go?
Otis, you want to go up?
I'm not picking him up. He said he
Otis,
doesn't like
you
being
wanna
picked
go?
up.
He doesn't like being picked up.
Come on.
There you go.
Nice
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. The kitty has exited. But no, yeah. Before we went on our little Cotton Eye Joe thing.
You're Cotton Eye Joe.
But yeah, fitness. Just started that. What? How long we started that ago? Like 11 months now.
July.
It's almost a year
2017?
now. But yeah, it's been like 11 months. Started it purely for health reasons. Like, not just physical health, but like mental health as well.
Everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Helps
Working
everything.
out definitely helps a lot of things.
Being
Makes
healthy.
you yeah. You're if you're healthy, you feel better about yourself. Like it's
You have more energy.
it's
yeah.
how it goes.
It's not to discredit healthy people with mental
No, yeah,
illness,
of course.
but it helps.
It definitely helps. It helps you get out of a lot of slumps most of the time. But yeah, 11 months ago, started up into fitness. It was a super basic workout that I made. It was basically like a bro split.
Bro.
Yeah.
He had to explain this to
Okay,
me.
so a
And I've been doing it.
a bro split is
Bro
like
split.
chest one day, biceps the next day, push-ups before going to the club. Like trying to like you do it for the pump, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like your bro split.
gotcha.
But then there's like what we actually do, which was a bro split science.
Oh,
So
holy
the bro split science
This is why I can't get into this.
Kind of the same thing where it's like chest and tries on one day, back and buys on another day, shoulders one day, abs one day, legs one, blah 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 blah. But you don't do too much isolation. You do a lot of compounding. So it's like, yeah, you're doing chest and tries one day, but you're hitting your shoulders as well, or you're hitting your biceps as well, right? Not actually hitting them, but like.
Thought I was getting good at this. Jesus.
But doing compounds is one of the biggest things to help in the gym, right? Yeah, you do isolation for certain things where you feel weak in. Isolation is always all right for that. I like to call it like accessorizing workouts.
Yeah.
And then just compound, because
like you could have like 46-inch biceps, but if you can't like use your shoulders to help lift stuff, you might as well, like, you can't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Like
well, it's like to build your biceps, you can't just do biceps.
No, you have to work everything around them too.
You have to do your triceps.
Yeah.
And to lift things, to be strong, you can't. What are big biceps going to do for you if you can't lift something, right?
Exactly.
Like what Mike was saying, you may have huge biceps, but you're going to be using other parts of your body to lift a box off the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Like your legs. Never skip leg day, ladies and gentlemen.
Leg day
Never
every
skip
day.
leg day.
See, that's one of the things I really don't get either. I remember I was at the gym alone, and I was talking to these two guys, and they were complaining how they didn't like doing leg day.
God, how do you not like
no, and it's like
I get that it's like hard because then you got to go like, especially because you're supposed to like basically kill yourself on leg days.
Yeah.
And then the next day is like a struggle to walk. But
that's
it's
the
like,
thing, though.
come on.
Your legs are the things that you use the most.
Yeah.
But that's not the thing that gets me the most. It's like there are so many easy things that you can do for leg day.
Yeah.
Do
leg presses.
Hundreds of deadlifts. Do hundreds of squats. Sure, those are a little excessive if you're lazy, but if you're going to the gym, you shouldn't be lazy. But anyways, I understand. Mike understands. Setting up a deadlift is annoying, right? You gotta put all the weight.
So annoying.
Especially if you don't have like
I'm not
a
even
barbell jack.
Like I don't even do plates. Like I do like I don't even know what my deadlift is, but like I don't do like 4 on each side like you guys. Like I'm just like 1 on each side, and that's annoying on its own.
Yeah, well, like Mike, what you do 5 plate, right?
You do 5 plate's pretty consistent for me now.
Yeah, Mike's doing 5 plate. It's just annoying to set up and take down.
It really is.
That's 5 plates each side plus the bar.
Yeah,
and those are 45s.
Yeah.
So like Jesus.
But like that should be something that
quick maths.
Yeah, that shouldn't be something that's like, oh, I hate leg day. But there are people who actually, like the 2 guys that I was talking to, who actually don't like doing leg day because it's for like us. Ab day sucks, right? I still do them. Mike still does them.
Ab day does suck.
Ab day sucks, but we still do them. But these people legitimately were like, leg day is awful, and I don't do legs because how awful leg day is. I was like, I don't get that. You use your legs every day. They should be the strongest thing on your body.
100%.
Their recovery rate should be the highest thing on your body.
They're carrying your whole body weight.
Yeah, because you're using your legs all the time.
Yeah.
Why don't
I get it because then you have to go through the entire next day with sore and tired legs from pushing them more than they're usually pushed, right? But it's just like, why are you complaining? Because it's gonna eventually just not be like that.
Exactly, but like the thing is, you can literally do it on a day you know you're gonna have the next day off, right?
Yeah.
Do leg day.
Or
you have
Friday.
the next day off. Recover. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And then the next time you do it, it's not gonna hurt as bad.
Exactly.
Right. The hurting
never stops.
Doesn't.
It never stops because if it stops, you gotta move up, and then it hurts.
Well,
again.
no, not really.
I guess it depends on if you want to plateau or not. Right?
Like being sore is good because you know you're working.
Well, when I say hurt, I mean sore. I don't mean you're like, oh my god, take me to the hospital.
No, but that's the thing though. If you're basing yourself off of, oh, I'm sore, that means I did a good workout. Okay, yes, that may be a new muscle group or something that you started. Yeah, it's gonna be sore a little bit the next day because you're not used to it. But even in my experience, when I go up in weights, I'll be sore. I don't want to say hurt because it's not hurting.
It's fatigued.
Yeah. I can feel those muscles being tired. It's not,
Yeah.
I can't, like, there are some days where I push my shoulders to the ultimate maximum.
And you can't even lift your arm.
Yeah, at the end of the workout,
Even
I'm like,
being injured.
yeah, even being injured, I have to, like, use my other hand to support my other arm to reach my bottle on the top shelf
Yeah.
just to take a sip of water. Like, there are those days where I just absolutely
Where you just
push
go
my
ham.
shoulders.
But, like, on an
it's
average
not,
day.
Yeah, but it's not sore. They're tired.
What I mean is, like, on an average day, you know, an average decent workout, you're gonna wake up and the muscles you worked out should feel a little bit fatigued.
Yes.
Otherwise, you didn't push them enough, or like that's how I've kind of looked at it, right? If
Yeah.
I've ever woken up the next day and not felt a little bit like muscle tiredness, I know that I didn't lift heavy enough, or I didn't do my workout properly, or I just didn't do enough in general.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely like a lot of language as well, right? It's like
yeah,
saying sore, saying hurt, muscle fatigue, and everything.
yeah,
To be clear, if you work out and you feel that your muscles are fatigued, you're doing something right.
yeah,
Right? Because you are working those muscles. Yeah, they're gonna get tired. If they're sore, okay, it might be a new muscle group that's working that you're working out. But if it's sore the next time you do those muscle groups, check your form a little bit, right?
yeah.
Because you may be doing something completely wrong.
You should never feel sore. You should never feel
You shouldn't. And then
injured.
if you're hurting, you're absolutely doing something.
you're doing
wrong.
something wrong, or you're just
Too heavy.
you're trying to lift
or-
something,
too heavy.
which is something wrong, right? You're
Yeah.
just doing something wrong in your workout.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, do a form check.
Yeah.
Like, ask someone if you want to. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't want to, research a lot. Like, look at videos, look what other people have to say. Don't be embarrassed at the gym to do your workout with either just a bar, which is 45 pounds, which is still a lot of weight,
Yeah.
or a 5-pound dumbbell. You want to make sure that you have your form first, because if you don't have your form, you're not going to be working the proper muscles, and then ultimately you can hurt yourself, right? Because when you do like free weights and everything,
Yeah.
and you're not on a machine, you're going to be relying on a bunch of different muscle groups to help you lift something. So
Yeah,
make sure your form is good.
Like the amount of times like we'll go down to like a 5-pound weight, like especially towards the end of a workout, like we're doing our shoulders and stuff, and we need to use a 5 or 10-pound weight. We're normally doing like 30s,
Yeah.
just so we can do the proper form.
Yeah.
To make sure we don't.
You don't want to be like, oh yeah, even though it's the end of my workout, I'm a strong man or a strong woman or whatever. I'm gonna grab these 50-pound weights and I'm just gonna throw them. Momentum, right?
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. Working a muscle should not be worked by momentum.
No.
It should be worked by the muscle being
muscle.
strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, I could rant about that all.
And realistically, there's no shame. Like
There isn't.
you will still see benefit. Like for you guys, you usually do your like, let's say flies. You do like 35 pounds, let's say, right? If at the end of your workout you're doing them and you can't lift those, but you can do a 10.
Oh my god.
Like it's all about proper form. You're still gonna see the benefit because you're doing the
Yeah.
proper form, and you've already worked out your arms so much and that muscle category so much that you're still gonna see the benefit just from doing the proper.
Well, it's like
Form.
the same thing, right? Of for example, chest day is the best example for me. I could do 80, 85 dumbbell flat
Bench
chest,
press,
words. Chest press, flat
Yeah.
chest press. But anyways, I can do that 85 pounds each arm, but then when I'm going to like incline chest press,
Yeah.
it's a lot harder. Well, it's not because I got weaker, it's because
It's a totally different lift.
I
different muscles.
I literally just used a shit ton of energy and a
That's
shit
true.
ton of that muscle power on my first workout. So it's not like, oh, let's lift heavy so all the women and the men can look at me and be like, oh, he's a strong guy. It's let's lift so I can be healthy and fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? There's so much of that mentality of I don't want to be embarrassed at the gym. No one wants to be embarrassed at the gym. Right?
No.
It's a scary place. But literally, people who are going to the gym are not going to the gym to judge you. they're literally going to the gym and they're usually keeping to themselves so they can do their own workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are some people that I know who go to the gym, put their headphones in. If you say hi to them, they'll nod at you. They literally won't
They don't want to talk
engage
to
in
you.
conversation. And if you try and talk to them, they'll be like, I just want to do like my work. Like they'll be polite about it. They're like, I just want to focus on my workout. Hope you have a good one. Blah blah. Blah. Game over. The end. Whatever. They're off doing their thing.
Half the time I hate asking people if they're like done their sets or how many more sets
Yeah.
they have. I'm just like, I don't really want to interrupt your
I'll do
workout,
this
so
for
I'm
now.
gonna go do this for now,
Yeah.
and you know, if you're still not done, I'll do cardio, and if you're
No.
still not done, I mean, I'll figure something else
Well,
out. Like,
Then they finish, then someone else goes on before
Yeah.
you get over here.
Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
that's one of the things, right? It's you don't want to interrupt their workout, but you also want
also
to
want
get
to
your
do,
workout
yeah.
done.
And I mean, it's kind of
Well,
the crux of going to a smaller gym like we do.
Yeah, right, and it's one of the things about commercial gyms as well.
Yeah.
Right, there's only so many squat racks. There's only
Exactly.
so many dumbbells of a certain
Yeah.
weight.
It's a big reason why you guys usually go later at night.
Yeah, but with that, yeah, fitness gym 10 months ago, 11 months ago. That's when we started. Before we went on a complete rant about form and being embarrassed.
Just skipped ahead. We just skipped ahead. That's fine.
No, yeah. But yeah, I just want to go back on the whole being embarrassed about going to the gym thing. That's one of the biggest things
Yeah.
why a lot of
Yeah.
people don't want to go to the gym.
I mean, that's
Probably the biggest.
That's why I don't
reason
like
people
going
don't
alone.
start.
Yeah.
that's why I don't like going alone.
Well,
I'll
it's-
go alone, but I don't like going alone because I don't like. Every time I go, someone's always there doing the same thing I'm doing, lifting like 10 times more than I am, and I'm like, God, that really sucks. And I know that I
Yeah,
cannot compare myself to others, but
that was one of the biggest things I had to get over,
Yeah.
comparing myself to other people. I still do
Like
it.
when
You
we
still do
first
it.
started, the other guy that was there, he's been going for
25 years.
25 years, yeah.
25 years. We've been going 3 days, and I'm
Yeah.
comparing myself to this
It's
guy.
like, well, why can't I do like 85-pound dumbbells?
Yeah.
When he's been doing it for 25 years.
Yeah, it's like this guy's been going to the
Yeah.
gym for 25 years, guys. Like, come on. So, it's hard to completely avoid not comparing yourself to others. It's who we are. It's like as people, we do that all the time.
yeah,
Like I'm guilty of comparing myself to Eddie Hall.
you're an idiot.
Yeah,
You're,
right.
You're
Like,
a friggin' malaka, dude.
you like deadlifts. You're good at deadlift. But
So is
comparing,
he.
but
Yeah.
comparing yourself to someone who's been doing this,
For his entire life almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And makes a living off of it.
yeah, it's like that's crazy. But for some reason, we do it anyways.
It's one of those things like I want to get there at some
Yeah.
point. Like
And I guess you could go on a
Yeah.
whole thing about how social media kind of has that effect on you, but it's
Yeah.
you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Like, I see a bunch of my idols, like fitness idols and everything. They're so jacked, so strong, and it's like I want that. And then if I go into the gym and I underperform just because I'm having a shitty day, or I'm tired, or I didn't eat, or God knows what, I'll be like, damn. It's like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah.
And then that turns into, do you have an addiction to working out? Right.
Right.
Because you should never leave a workout hating on yourself. You should leave
Yeah.
a workout being like, that was good.
That was good. That was a good
I feel
workout.
good.
Yeah.
I was on Reddit this morning, today, and there was what was it? There was I think it was an Ask Reddit, or like an Ask Reddit within the fitness subreddit
Yeah.
or whatever, and it was a guy saying how some people can get addicted to going to the gym, right? And I remember reading that this guy was saying like what I said, where, oh, you go into the gym, you don't have a good workout, and you're just hating on yourself. I'm gonna go twice as hard next time I go, right? It's like that's
not
a good way to go.
You're gonna
Or it's-
have shit workouts.
if you miss a workout and you're just like, oh, I hate myself for missing. No, like for the longest time, I still guilty of it. I still do that. If I miss a workout, I feel like shit. But like that's one of the things you got to work over it. But it's also an extreme, right? It's like I missed a workout, I feel like shit. But before I even started, it's like I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym. I go to the gym. Why am I here?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
yeah.
So there's a healthy balance there. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? It's okay that I missed this. I'll
Yeah.
obviously it's not okay to miss like, a workout a week, because then it just becomes a routine that it's now 3 days a week instead of 4, or whatever you do, right? But,
Yeah. But
if you
going
happen to miss one.
back to the whole thing of being embarrassed at the gym, it's like don't worry about it. Like, yeah, you guys are gonna worry about it, but try to suppress it. Try to just get in there, right? It's like the biggest step of going to the gym is actually getting into the gym.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
You
100%.
walk through those doors,
Well,
you'll feel a lot more comfortable.
yeah, like what was it? I think it was Terry Crews. He literally said, if you ever want to go to the gym, but maybe you don't want to work out, just get a membership, go to the gym, read a book, read a chapter in a book, stay there for like an hour or something, go home.
Yeah.
He said, just make it part of your routine to go to the gym, and then eventually you'll just go to the gym and be like, why am I reading a book at the gym? I'm gonna go walk on the treadmill. Walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes.
Read your book while you walk on the treadmill.
Yeah, and then it's like and then eventually you just start getting into a routine and whatever, right? It's just making the gym part of your routine, and that helps.
It's getting through those doors, 100%. It's trying to stop being embarrassed. Just get to the gym.
Yeah,
and then try something. But the biggest thing is a lot of failure from people wanting to go to the gym and everything is not having a plan.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of things in life even is like have a plan.
Yeah.
Kind of know what you're getting into, kind of know what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you'll succeed from there. It's like one of the stories you have, Mike, that you usually tell us. It's when you were going to Snap.
Yeah, there was a gym actually just down the road that's actually not there anymore, but started going with one of my friends, Jesse, and he lost a good amount of weight from like walking everywhere and starting to eat healthier. And I was like, you know what? If he can do it, I can too. So we started going. We were going 3-4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week sometimes. And we were working out somewhat. Like we go there and be like, oh, I'm going to do some chest today. I do some of the machines. I do some like free weight stuff. But I didn't really have a plan. Like I had the goal of being super ripped and everything.
the goal without the plan.
But I didn't take those steps to go like put one foot in front of the other and actually get on that.
Yeah, sit down and be like, okay, on Monday I want to do this. On Tuesday I want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even get into more detail, like on Monday I want to do chest or whatever, right? It's like, what kind of chest workouts should I do? And then you list them.
That's where I dropped the ball.
Well, that's the same thing with me. When I first got my gym membership, I started going a little bit. I'd go on treadmill. I'd run for a little bit. I used to only be able to run for a minute, and then I was gassed, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, okay, I'll do a circuit of the machines, like the isolation machines. It's like, okay.
Most gyms, like most of your regular gyms, have those.
So that little circuit of chest,
there's like
tries,
couple leg ones, couple bicep ones. Yeah.
So it's like I do a circuit of that, and then I'd want to try and use like dumbbells or whatever, but then I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and you kind of get discouraged from it, and you're like, oh.
Well, I mean, to this day, I still. Every time I go to do a workout, I'm like, okay, is my form proper? Like,
yeah.
And then after one of my sets, I'll literally Google like proper squat form, and I'll be like,
well, that's one of the.
Yeah, I don't know, like, you know what I mean?
One of the best reasons as to having like a gym partner.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can go to the gym alone, but it's so much easier going to the gym with Mike.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you have someone there to help you out.
Having a partner being like, okay, your form's good, or lift your elbow here, or like straighten your back here, or whatever.
Like you're standing a little like you're not straight.
Like you're quarter squatting, you're half squatting. Like you need to get a little more depth.
Even I was trying to help you when you were struggling with your bench presses.
Yeah.
Was it your benches?
It was I still struggle with my bench.
Yeah.
I was stuck.
Even I was trying to help you there because you were like discouraged.
Yeah, I was. Bench press is my weakest lift out of squat, dead, and bench. Bench press is my weakest lift. It's getting better now. Like, it's significantly better than what it was.
I think
I was getting frustrated.
You know what though? I think realistically it should be.
It should be one of your weakest lifts, but like significantly weaker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You were lifting like, what was it, like 140, but you were squatting
135, and I was squatting like 405.
Yeah.
And I'm like deadlifting 365.
Yeah.
So it's like my bench was super weak.
Yeah.
And I was getting super upset about it. But then I was like, you know what? I need to start from the beginning. So I literally I said screw it. I did the bar. I just started doing the bar. And then the next day I added 25 on each side, started doing those. I just kept building myself up. I kept researching where my hands should be, how people feel about shit like this. arch or no arch, or like the difference in
Yeah.
things, your feet placement.
So real question, does it matter? Like
For the arch?
like in general, like I mean like, because I know that a lot of people do benches with like a wider like spread or a closer spread.
A closer
and
one
they'll
is
arch.
a lot more
It is
chest.
Yeah, and they'll arch and they won't arch. Like what's the
I
difference?
see
honestly?
a lot of people arching, just from like the people that I guess
Pay
you could say,
attention
like
to?
pay attention
I
to,
hear
like,
it
look
makes
up
I hear
to.
it makes the initial lift easier, like
Mhm.
like because you're kind of like you're using your core almost to help push
Well,
up.
I feel like also that when you kind of look at a bench press, right? You just want to push everything up. That's what a bench press is.
Yeah.
But look at how a body is on the bench press. So if you're flat,
Yeah,
right,
Because
and
you're
and
you're
you're
coming
just-
down here. You're coming
Yeah,
down here.
you're
It's almost a
coming-
natural arch in your back.
yeah, you're coming down to your chest and you're pushing it up. If you're flat, kind of look at where the power is distributed, right?
Yeah.
Your back, you want to keep your shoulder blades flat so you're sitting properly or laying down properly on the
Yeah.
bench, and you kind of push from there. You use your chest, you use your tris, and you push from there. But I feel like when you're arched, you're really digging your shoulder blades into the bench,
Yeah.
so you kind of have like more of a power reserve
Yeah.
from doing it that way.
That's what I was told like a while back. Like when I first got my gym membership, it was basically I was talking about how like bench press were part of my thing, and someone was basically like, you're probably going to struggle with them because they're one of the hardest lifts just because of the fundamentals of them, and they were basically like, if you do arch your back, it helps. Like it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think like isolates. Yeah, like your
I just
chest
wasn't sure.
more.
I just wasn't sure
You're
if I
not
was just straight
losing
BS from
power
a while
and
ago. or
keeping
not.
your back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it just like there's almost that natural arch when you're coming back, right? Because
because
you're at your chest and I mean, the bars
just-
come in your chest, so
You're trying to just push it up, right?
yeah.
But yeah, arch, no arch. It honestly, I think it just comes
Preference?
down to however comfortable you are.
Yeah, like
right?
for me, even for my grip, I started out decently wide, and I've been
Yeah.
slowly bringing it in. And for me, right now,
you
it's,
feel like
it
you have a
feels
lot more power.
Yeah,
I remember you saying that at the gym. But yeah, going back to where I was struggling on my bench press. I was getting very upset, so I restarted my entire process. So like, don't be afraid to just drop weight and just be like, I'm starting from the beginning. I'm gonna start building blocks. And now Mike and I are almost at a 3-plate bench
yeah,
press.
we're at
Thanks for the bit, my dude.
Thank you for the bit. Thank you.
275, I think we're at.
Yeah, 275 bench.
275.
Yeah, man.
It's not bad.
From not even being able to do a 135.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were struggling with like a 25 on each side. So
Yeah.
it's that like 90.
Yeah.
like
But like I've not just me, but like Mike too, who's come a long way for bench.
yeah, like our when we first started doing the lifts, and we were like, oh, let's see what we can do one rep of. It was
Yeah.
like even my deadlift was like, okay, I can do like 1.5 plates.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
now it's like
I remember
5 and a bit.
you got to like 4-plate, and I was struggling on 2-plate. Like I couldn't even lock out a 2-plate. I was like, this is so heavy. And then now I practice on 3-plate. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't rush it. Going to the gym
No.
is not something you can goddamn rush,
No.
or you're gonna hurt yourself.
Bad.
But yeah, so the, like, embarrassment, just getting into the gym, having a plan of going in like what kind of a workout that you want to do. And honestly, if you don't know, ask. You usually get like a free 3 or like 4 personal trainer sessions or whatever.
And I mean,
take advantage of it.
Well, not even that. Like, honestly, a lot of gyms will have personal trainers employed there, but a lot of them will, as long as they're not in the middle of a training session, they won't mind answering a few questions. Like,
yeah, obviously they won't full out training.
yeah,
but if you have a
anything in
question
depth.
about something,
Yeah, but
like,
I mean, like, I remember when I started, I asked the guy there. I was like, I seem to be struggling with these things. I was like, I'm just wondering if, based on what the information I can give you, if you could tell me if it's form or if maybe I shouldn't be doing it, or if I'm lifting wrong, whatever, right? And he gave me some tips. I did the same thing afterwards. I was like, I have a bumped shoulder. I can't do, like, flies kill me. I was like, they actually...
That's literally why flies are my weakest
actually
workout.
physically hurt me. And he was like, Basically, just try rolling your shoulders back
Yeah.
and then dropping them,
Yeah.
and then doing it. And oh my god,
That's
like,
what we
It's
do
'cause
on
it-
bench and everything.
Yeah, it places
Yeah.
your shoulder blades
Yeah.
perfectly.
perfectly. Yeah.
It's one of the greatest things. Yeah, when I went to get my shoulders checked out, I had full range of motion, as I still do. But when I brought my shoulders forward and
Yeah.
slumped them forward,
Yep.
and he's
Yep.
like,
Done.
slump your shoulders forward. I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, this actually fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And he's like, raise your arm. When I raised it, it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
I put it back down. He's like, how'd that feel? I'm like, it felt fine. But it kills now, just keeping them slumped forward. He's like, yeah, I know what's wrong with you.
What was wrong again?
Inflamed bursa.
Oh yeah.
And then, so it's pushing my A something joint.
Yeah. That
On
was
my
like when I
shoulder.
had my when I had my torn labrum. I had to get a chest X-ray because they were checking for pneumonia, I think.
Mm.
And I go in and she's like, "Kid, roll your shoulders forward." And so I go, and I don't feel like I can roll them. And she comes up and she goes, and I'm like, she's like, "Okay." I'm like, "Go take the damn X-ray. Like, just go take the X-ray."
It's like when we were stretching
my-
our backs
I
one
felt,
time.
I felt the crack and everything. I was like,
Yeah. What were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, like when we were stretching our back sometimes, and like I'm not the most flexible guy out there, so I'm struggling. Then you come up behind me and just like as I'm starting to go a little bit lower, you just push on my back.
Yeah,
Like,
my favorite trick
Feel
is...
everything pull.
Yeah,
Oh.
my favorite trick when people are like, "Oh, my back is tight" or whatever. I tell them to roll down. So rolling down meaning like just trying
Bend
to touch
over.
your toes kind of deal.
bend over.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, now I want you to take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, I'm gonna push on your back.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, okay." It's like he's just gonna help me like ease me down.
And you're just like,
So my inhales, I feel his back just open up with air. When he lets out, I literally just jam down on his back. Dude's touching his toes. And he's just like, that felt so good.
Yeah, it's one of those things like it caught me off guard, but it felt so
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just like I do it all the time at work now. Like I'll just like take like 10 seconds, just kind of like
Yeah.
roll forward, just pull everything.
It's definitely like, you never think just like rolling forward and trying to touch your toes is like a great stretch for your back. It's definitely one of the things that I learned from yoga. Because I remember I took yoga for 2 years, and like we do like simple sun salutations or like simple back stretches, and like one of them,
Praise the sun.
it's not even like a salutation or like a back stretch. It was Tanasana, which is mountain pose. And mountain pose is literally just your feet shoulder width apart, your toes going forward, and you're just standing. And apparently you can stand like that for hours. Like you won't feel tired or anything. You just mountain pose. You just stand there. And then from there, the yogi or whatever you want to call him just says like, now you just roll, like feel each vertebrae just going down.
Can I call him Boo Boo?
No,
You
God.
can call him Boo Boo if you want.
You get it? You get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then
Just want to make sure you get it.
you just feel like going down, right? And then he tells you, inhale, then exhale, and try and push yourself further so you can try and touch your toes. And then at that point, I was like, oh yeah, it's like, that's perfect. Like, you literally just can feel each vertebrae kind of pulling and kind of stretching. And it's one of the best things. Like if you do a deadlift and you feel that your back is tight, one of the best things that you can do.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, if feeling embarrassed, try not to.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll continuously hit this on the head with a hammer.
Yeah.
If you feel embarrassed, don't feel embarrassed.
You're going to. You will. But
Yeah.
it's just about realizing that at the end of the day, people really aren't judging you. They're not. They're there to
No.
judge themselves.
People just want to go and just work out.
They want to
Yeah.
go and they want to judge themselves. They want to better
Everyone will
themselves.
feel embarrassed. People feel embarrassed. It's an emotion. You will feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Even now, for the people that are watching and not going to be listening to the podcast, but the people who are watching, my arms have consistently been crossed in front of me or kind of in front of my stomach because I'm in a tank top. And, like, it's not exactly a loose tank top. So, at the moment, I'm kind of embarrassed because I feel like just, like, the fat on my stomach or, like, my man boobs or whatever, right? So I kind of keep my...
It's that, and he just wants to show off his fucking massive biceps.
No, yeah, that too. But it's kind of like that embarrassment of I'm trying to use my hands to shield me. But like it's one of those things you're gonna have to get over. So it's the same thing with the gym. Just
Yeah.
try and get over it, and just go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go to the gym.
Yeah,
You don't have to work
one,
out.
Go.
You don't have to work out, seriously.
No, and,
just go.
and just have a plan when you go in. And you know what? If you're too embarrassed to ask someone, or you don't really know what you should be researching,
We're here.
perfect time to plug this. Like, Mike and I will help you.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, Mike and I will help you.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
I do a lot. I've done a lot of just beginner get started into the gym exercises. I can help you.
Yeah, and as much as like the Daily Grind podcast, Mike and I have kind of been trying to get a clientele base for having like online coaching or just like positive influence, and which we're calling Grindstone Fitness. So like Grindstone Fitness being like a personal training, online coaching, nutrition kind of thing. Not too much nutrition because we're still struggling with that.
Exhibit A.
But it's, if you guys do want to end up going to the gym and you don't know and you kind of feel lost, like a lot of people do feel lost. I felt lost the first time like Mike and I went, and it's like I don't really know what I'm doing. Like we have a plan, but like I don't really know these exercises.
Yeah.
And even when like making the workout, it's like what kind of workout should I put in? So it's really tough. But honestly, like use us as a resource because we'll gladly help if you guys do end up wanting to go to the gym. But it's definitely one of those things. Have a plan, and when you're there, work on your form. Light weight. Don't be embarrassed that you're only curling 5 pounds. Make sure that you're doing it properly before anything else. But yeah.
I lost Twitch. Hold on.
Sorry? Oh.
How long have you guys been going? I'm a runner and walk a lot, but I would like to put on some muscle.
Put on some muscle.
That is from Dinosaur Joe.
That's an amazing name.
That's a great name. I love that.
Well, yeah, I guess we could quickly answer that before we close off the stream.
Yeah, go for it.
So, runner and a walker, you've already got your blueprints for overall, like, I guess, overall strength, air quotations, but, like, being a runner and a walker, you're clearly building a lot of strength in your legs, right?
Yeah.
My motto for, when I first go into the gym with Jesse and Mike, I straight up told them, not even just cardio, I straight up told them, if you want to be strong, you want to have strong legs,
yeah,
a strong back, and a strong core.
Mm-hmm.
Now those are three things you want to focus on just to become a very strong individual.
Yeah.
Now, to build muscle, I would have to go in a lot of in depth with you. Like I would have to take down how much you weigh or like what kind of your eating habits you have and everything. But just kind of like off the top of my head, eating in a calorie surplus. Obviously not eating like 4,000 calories. If you're eating 4,000 calories, you better be going to the gym like twice a day.
Yeah.
But eating in a small calorie surplus, so if you're only eating 2,000 calories a day,
Like 2,300.
maybe go 2,300, 2,500. Protein to help build your muscles.
Yeah.
Protein when you wake up, protein before you go to sleep, protein before you work out, protein after you work out. Now you can ingest protein in a lot of different ways. Protein shakes, you got your chicken, you got meats, right? But protein is good to ingest if you're trying to build muscle. Having a calorie surplus so that you have fat on your body to turn into muscle and use the food as energy. Going up in weights. I don't know why, but every time I'm around a personal trainer or anything, they're always like, oh yeah, go down in weights. No. If you're going to do a bicep curl and you start at 5 pounds, your next set, 10 pounds. Your next set after that, 15 pounds. If you're just trying to attack the muscle and kind of build some strength, do a 12, 12, 12 of something you know that you can lift. Obviously not a 5 pound weight and obviously not like a 30 pound weight. But like if you can lift a 25 or a 15 consistently, do that for 12 reps.
Back to the calorie surplus. Joe asked, do you think a vegetarian diet is viable for a calorie surplus.
A vegetarian diet is very good. You want to know why? Nuts.
So
a handful of nuts
so many calories
is an insane amount of calories. So a vegetarian diet is perfect.
Sure.
Even on a keto diet. I know a couple of my friends are doing keto right now, and I was gonna try it, but my expensive pre-workout has sucralose in it, and I'm not throwing away like $100 pre-workout for keto. But
that's
but
a whole
yeah,
other story.
yeah, that's a whole
Yeah.
other story. But it's even on keto. A lot of people are afraid of lifting and like
While on
bodybuilding on keto because it's
not a lot of calories.
yeah, it's not so much not a lot of calories.
It's different calories, right? It's
You're using fat as energy.
yeah.
Right? Where a lot of people are used to using carbs as energy.
Yeah.
So people are just like, oh, I'm afraid of doing it, but like there's a ton of guides on how to bodybuild on keto. But
like your first couple days probably.
but being a vegetarian, it's not hard to eat in a calorie surplus. Lots of different kinds of protein that you can use to build muscle and everything.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of vegetarian like supplements or whatever that you can take as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, if you want more information on this and you have any more questions,
we'll be putting up our email.
yeah, we'll have all our
While we
contact
close
information
out.
right after. Also down below, you can find it there as well.
Yeah.
Just shoot us an email, shoot us a PM on any of our social media platforms.
Definitely.
Mike and Anthony will be able to answer all your questions.
For
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I guess that's that for this episode.
Sure.
We didn't even really get into our workouts and anything, or how we got into sports or anything. I guess that'll be for
Another day.
another day.
Another day.
But if you guys enjoyed today's podcast, be sure to catch us next time here on Twitch every Sunday for weekly episodes. Twitch.tv, The Daily Grind Podcast. For those of you who have any questions or would like to get in contact with us for business inquiries, just send us an email and we will do our best to get back to you. info.dailygrindpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to stay updated with the Daily Grind Podcast, make sure to follow our Twitter and Instagram, TD Grind Podcast. And lastly, to access any past or current podcast episodes, they can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Twitch VODs. Thank you for tuning into The Daily Grind. We're your hosts. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Mike. You sure you're not dead?
Let's try that again. Thanks for tuning into The Daily Grind. We're your hosts. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Stefan.
And here's your weekly reminder to keep your nose to the grindstone. Thank you very much, guys.